leading the revolution of talk radio. Lynn Cullen.
Okity dokity dokity. Here it is. You know, this is the. After this hour, I'll have 3 more hours. Who's counting? I am. I've been counting. I was saying that this is the word for today is penultimate.
Yes.
This is the penultimate Lynn Cullen show of this particular.
On WPTT.
On WPTT. Because a lot of people think the penultimate means ultimate.
Oh.
Oh, sure they do. They use it all the time as penultimate. Penultimate means next to last, right?
Right.
It's used a lot in music.
It is?
For penultimate beat
Oh.
and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, these people you're hearing there are my girlfriends, Joanne Rogers and Kit Ayers, and they have been with me. They're out of work, too, because
Yes.
of you guys.
Yes.
You know, my sister's out of work. She took it hard. Man alive. I mean,
Aw.
I know.
Poor
I mean,
Susan.
yeah, you know, the whole supporting cast. So we had to get a little last show in here. And normally we do these girlfriend shows on holidays. So I suspect a lot of people are hearing this nonsense for the first time.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that.
Because you know this is a regular Monday through
Oh,
Friday
right,
workday
yeah,
audience, and they're thinking, "What the hell is
What's
going
going
on?"
What's all that giggling coming out of my
I know,
radio?
but we just sort of get together and yap and talk and see what happens, and one thing leads to another, and invariably hilarity ensues. But I don't know if that's going to be the case today. And I told Matt that we would take calls if you want to call in this hour. That'd be fine. You agree?
Absolutely.
You'll share the time?
Absolutely.
So the phone number here is 412-333-1360, and I just want to add, again, believe it or not, I know people tune in and they think, what is going on? Not just with this, but that they don't know
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
I'm out of work. I mean, after tomorrow. So the show's gone. The station will be gone. And I'm destitute. Other than that, nothing's changed.
But you'll get a free cab ride.
That's
Maurice
right.
is going to give me free cab rides. And
So you're not completely destitute.
that's right. And, that's that. And, you know, are you out again on your
Oh, yeah,
headphones?
doesn't matter.
And I thought, you know, how am I going to... I've never applied for unemployment compensation. Have you?
Yes.
Oh, you have?
Yes, I have.
You know what? You do that online now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You don't have to go stand in some place and you know,
I will
well,
say,
that's
feel like
great.
you're down and out.
That's
yeah,
right.
when I did it, the people there were so kind.
Were they?
Yeah, they didn't make you feel embarrassed or ashamed. It was really supportive in that
Well,
way.
you know, show people
Yes. They're out of
spend
work all the time.
half their life in getting,
Yes,
you know,
getting unemployment.
yes,
Yeah.
gypsies as I call them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
call
This is true.
themselves.
Yeah.
But I'm one of these sort of, you know, I'm really a sort of conservative person in many ways in the way I live my life, believe it or not, in that
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I like a steady income. I like to
Absolutely.
know where, you know, and so I get really thrown for a loop when something like this happens.
Right.
I was paying bills last night, and I was just...
It's scary.
I was getting scared.
Yeah.
I was thinking, well,
I don't
what am I
blame
going
you.
to do?
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
You know, and I think, well, this is good. What's good about it is it's good to know, to get in touch with what so many of my fellow Americans are dealing with now.
Right.
God. And I've probably got a lot more resources to cushion me for a bit than some do. And I just can't imagine
I
the
can't
level
either.
of anxiety that people live with and keep on going. And what's even more unbelievable is that if there is any safety net there, it's only there because Democrats were in the White House or in the Congress. And
right.
if you want to be assured that the people who are most in need of help will never get any, then make sure you vote for John McCain in November. It is beyond me how anyone in their right mind can let these Republicans have 4 more years. It makes me insane. It makes me insane. I don't know.
Well, I have to say that I don't think that'll happen.
You don't? I don't know that
But
won't
I think
happen.
it's going to be. I think we're all going to have to work hard.
Yes.
I think that people
Right.
who never spoke out before are going to have to speak out now.
I agree, because I can't imagine it would happen, but if we
Oh,
don't
I
do the
can.
work now to make sure it doesn't happen, then we have
I
to bear
can
some
imagine it's
responsibility
not
for that.
gonna. I can
You know,
imagine.
I
Really?
was.
Yep. Oh, you betcha. What do you think those national polls are telling you? What do you think these things
I
you
think
keep
it's
hearing?
August. I mean, I think
No. This is a different one. Because if the Democratic nominee were not a black man, this would not be happening. Not this year. Not this year, when you could only probably at most 30% of Americans who would just vote Republican. 70% of Americans easily look at this administration as the most extraordinary debacle of modern times. And why would that 70% reward that party with 4 more years? Unless they're uncomfortable with this skinny black guy with a funny name.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But-
that's the way I see
One
it.
thing that I feel, I am the eternal optimist. But one thing I feel, and I told Kit on the way over, is that I think it's going to be very hard to fight the love that everyone's, and the love and the pride that everyone's feeling right now.
well, it's a classic, almost Miltonian struggle here between fear on one side,
Yes.
the fear you're talking about of the skinny black
because
man,
you see, but that's
and love
right.
and pride.
But see, the people you know and who you cavort with are people who feel that this is an extraordinary moment, and they're feeling pride in their country and a great deal of hope. But I'm talking about the people you don't know,
Well,
who are multitudinous, who are frightened. And the Republicans love scared people. They will play them like a fiddle, like they always do. And I don't know. What do you think a stronger emotion is? Fear or hope? I think fear without a doubt.
But I think Joanne was saying love and pride, and maybe fear is stronger than hope, but I hope that love and pride are stronger than fear.
I hope so too. I hope so. And I watched and was very moved. I cried at Uncle Teddy.
Oh, I cried too.
Yeah.
And I thought I was one of those people that said such bad things about him when he was having his troubles, when he was a kid.
Yeah.
He was a kid.
He's
And he
done an
had
awful lot of good.
He had a huge, how brave he was,
Yes.
having had those brothers
Right.
to follow.
Right.
And I just admire him so much.
Yeah.
And I
hope-
sat there and just cried.
Yeah, I've been crying a lot looking at
Yeah,
this
me
thing.
too.
And I
have.
thought, here's a very wealthy man.
He didn't have to do any of this.
No, and yet he feels people's hurts and
That's
needs.
right. And he wants to help people.
Yes.
Right.
And that's how he felt that was his responsibility.
Yes. And I think Barack does too.
Yeah, and it's so different than the sort of Republican mantra of, you're on your own. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You're on your own. If you're out of work, it's your fault. Well, get another job then. Stop your whining.
And how ironic that Barack Obama is somebody who pulled himself up by his bootstraps.
And now they call him an elitist.
Yes,
And
right.
he's an
And then
elitist.
he gets, yeah.
They're despicable.
Yes,
they're
yeah.
despicable.
You get what you want, and then you call it a different name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Despicable.
I think and it's such an ignorant thing to say about this man,
Right.
that he's an elitist.
Oh.
Such an
Well,
ignorant thing.
it strains credulity. It's absurd. I got to get a break in here, guys, and then
Okay.
we'll go to the phone.
Nobody can get mushy. No mushy calls.
No more what calls?
Mushy.
Yeah, we don't want anyone to get mushy on us. Okay? Hey, Claire, go ahead.
Okay, the only reason I'm not getting mushy is because I have comedic backup.
Okay?
Kit,
Yes.
you been fishing lately?
Oh no, he remembered.
I was going to zonk that in when you guys were getting into cup size,
I don't remember this. What's this allusion to?
Go ahead, Claire. Tell her.
but Lake Erie fishing. She did some happenstanceful fishing the last time she was at Lake Erie.
That's exactly right.
She caught a little flopper up top.
Oh, you had a fish in your
I
boobs.
did, and I didn't even know it.
I forgot. How could I forget that? How did that happen?
I went swimming. Jack and I were swimming in Lake Erie.
Oh.
We were having a lovely day. I was basking in the sun afterwards, and then we went back to the room to change. And
Wait a minute. You mean you were sunning with a fish in your
Yes.
boobs, and then you went back to the room and a fish fell out?
I pulled down my swimsuit.
Good thing she didn't go across the Canadian border. They would have got her for tariff.
What kind of a... Was it a dead fish?
Well, when I took my suit off, it like leapt out of my suit, and it landed on the bathroom floor so hard it was like, it got conked out.
So, but wouldn't it have been moving? Or were your
There's a lot of room
Oh no,
there.
you
I could
know
just
what?
see it flipping
You know
and
what? Right.
flying.
Her ample bosom was holding it so tight that the poor fish could barely breathe in there.
But I just had to bring her down to size because, after all, she's an academic elitist. She could be making a whole $13,000 a year working
That's
part-time at the community college. But because she uses sentences that might have a comma in them or more than one
Semicolons.
condition, she's an elitist.
Yes.
That's right.
Dick Scaife isn't. Dick Scaife is a tobacco-chewing redneck, but she's an elitist.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I'll tell you, and the world is upside down.
And inside out.
Yeah.
And we don't want to speculate on what side's out to the public view.
Well, Claire, God bless you for remembering that. How could I forget such a wonderful
That fish,
story?
yeah.
And I go in the other direction with Joanne. It was only by happenstance that I tuned in this morning and heard a fleeting reference to Shady Lane. My son Ian, as you know, is autistic, and they had him in with a mainstream peer group down in Shady Lane for 2 years. And it was the most wonderful educational experience for the entire family. And hats off to Joanne and Fred for the work that they did down there. I used to pass his picture by the third-floor elevator all the time and sort of say howdy.
Well,
But-
we got pulled in there. We got pulled in because of Teresa Hines, who was one of the founders of Shady Lane.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
She
another
and
marvelous
Peggy Love.
misunderstood lady. Yeah.
It's a good place. Sam went there too, and I was told by the 2-year-old person, June, that no one ever got out of her class not toilet trained.
Oh.
And then she met Sam.
Sam broke the mold, huh?
Sam did what no other child has ever been able to do.
See how you have imparted your unique and independent and feisty nature to this
That's
child.
right. Refusal to abide by the traditional rules.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, Claire, thank you so much.
You are welcome, Lynn. Godspeed, and keep in touch.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
ladies.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, now, Joanna, your phone's out again?
Yes, part of the time. I think it's on now. I seem every time I fiddle with this, it comes back on.
Okay, well, you just keep fiddling, and here's Bill in Uniontown.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi,
I
Bill.
got a phone call yesterday from a frantic man. My father called me and said, "Did you hear what happened to Lynn?"
Oh.
And, of course, I didn't. I had to go search the web to find out what happened, and I'm sorry to see you go. But I called you 20 years ago when you were at the other place, and I made a promise that someday I would take your job. Well, guess what?
What?
It never happened.
No,
However, I did work in talk radio. I worked for AM 1130 when it was a talk station in Brownsville and WMBS in Uniontown.
Cool.
And did it for about 15 years, and I got out of it to get stable work. I'm now a school teacher, and I teach radio and television communications.
Wow. Well, maybe I'll be joining you on the faculty. I'll tell you what, you can't take my job anymore because I don't have one.
I know. When I heard that, I was just crushed. But I still do some podcasting and keeping my way that way with teaching new media, too. So maybe you can find your avenue in new media instead of dealing with the traditional media that's falling apart.
To hell with those traditional media people. But Bill, thank you. I hope I'll find my way somehow. And
Bill, where do you teach?
I teach at Albert Gallatin, just south of Uniontown.
Oh, very good.
thank you so much, Bill. Tell your dad I'll try to land somewhere. He should email me so I can let him know when I pop up someplace if I do.
I will do that.
Cullen Show at Yahoo.
I will do that right now. Thanks.
Thank you, Bill. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, my. Here's Nikki in Atlanta. Hi, Nikki.
Hi, Lynn. This is Nikki, your friend from Atlanta, Ted Turner, and I just want to thank you for coming to my mom's 60th birthday party.
It was my pleasure. This is a budding movie director, and how you doing with that?
I'm doing great with that. We've been screening the film all around and went out to Hollywood for a film festival. So thanks for having me on your show and promoting it and always being encouraging.
Well.
So my mom told me the news, and I'm very sad, and everybody's really devastated about it, but I'm sure that it's going to mean something good for you. And I think you can look at it like maybe your job is done because maybe the country's finally moving in the right direction now. So
listen.
maybe you scared them so much.
No, I browbeat them. I'm afraid. No, we got a lot more work to do, Nikki. A lot more work. But thank you so much.
But it's been really. I heard you say that it's been really moving this whole Democratic convention, and I've been in tears like all week. So I'm sure tonight will be more tears.
Won't it be something? Won't it be something?
Yeah, but it's exciting to see it. So we talked about this a long time ago. So I'm glad that he's finally at this point.
Yes. Wait, Joanne wants to ask you
I
something.
wanted to ask you where in the Atlanta area do you live?
I'm actually in Marietta, not too far outside of Atlanta. Yes.
Marietta.
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 It's like a second home for me, Atlanta.
Okay.
Because I played two pianos with my friend from college who lived in Decatur.
Okay.
So I often visit there.
Okay.
Well,
we'll have to get in touch.
That would
there are
be
a lot
fun.
of Pittsburghers down here.
Yes, I know there are.
That's where half our population went, for God's sake. Hey, Nikki, you stay in touch, and good luck to you. You let me know when you take Hollywood and everybody else by storm. Thank you.
Most definitely.
All right.
Best wishes to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
bye-bye. That's a young girl going places. She's just got a ton of talent. So can you hear everybody off and on?
If I fiddle with this, I can hear.
That's not. Oh.
It's mine.
It's yours.
You're fiddling with kits, and you think you're hearing because here's yours. This one,
mine?
right over here.
But actually, that actually impacts mine also.
That does too?
Yeah.
No, that's mine. Get here. Here, right here. Here. Joanne. Let me take a quick break, and we'll be back because we're technically and technologically screwed up. When you jiggle kits, then you can hear. Mm-hmm. Well, who the hell knows? As we said, the world's upside down.
Not always.
I'm Lynn Cullen. Half hour more of this, whatever it is, and I'll be right back. All right, we're back. That would be Kid Ayers, Joanne Rogers, and moi, me. And we're talking to you guys, and we're can everybody hear now, you think? Everybody?
What?
Yeah?
I can.
Sure.
Yeah, everybody can hear.
Yes.
Okay, so let's keep saying hi to our folks on the phone here. Bob in Bethel Park, hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing fine.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to miss you, and I just wanted to call you to thank you for my cat.
Oh, I'm so glad you guys found each other.
I'll tell you what, that old Bubba, he just cracks me up.
It sounds like you two are just meant for each other.
Oh, absolutely.
Is he there right now?
Oh, he's down there looking out the window, looking at birds.
Okay. Dreaming.
He's thinking about crunchy birds.
Yeah. Well,
I always appreciated your intellectual honesty, and I'm going to miss hearing you. And I have a couple connections, and I'll do my best for you.
thank you, Bob. I need all the connections I can get. Thank you. And you give Bubba a big hug for me.
I will.
Thank you. Bye.
And my love for Joanne.
Okay.
Thank
All right.
you. Thank you.
And he'd give you his love too, but he doesn't know you. And the
got
the
freaked
fish
out
in
by
your
a fish, you
the
know?
fish in your boobs really freaked him out. Here's Kate in McKees Rocks. Hi, Kate.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi.
Well, along with everybody else, I'm truly sorry to see you go.
Thank you.
And I know you'll land on your feet. I think you have an uncanny ability.
We'll see.
You're a forceful to be you're a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So far that's been true. We'll see.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to Joanne. I kind of thought you'd all be here forever on the holidays, and I never had the opportunity to call before, but I wanted to give a story about Mr. Rogers.
Oh, good.
Always welcome. Always
This,
welcome.
I mean, I'm a recovering person in the AA program, and I heard about his passing on my way to a meeting.
Oh,
Okay?
yes.
Now, this particular meeting gets people that are just out of jail, ex-cons, to CEOs. Okay?
Yes.
So it's a broad base.
Right.
And
They
I went
mostly
in,
are.
and the subject, it's a discussion meeting, subject matter came up anyway, and I made the announcement that Fred Rogers had passed because I was so affected. I was crying in the car. And everybody to a person, from ex-con to CEO, had a story, a positive story of a positive affect that Fred Rogers had on their life. This is what the whole meeting, this meeting of grizzled, gnarly, been around the
imagine.
block a few times, people,
I've been to meetings, so I
to a
know.
person, to a
Yes.
person, Joanne, everybody had a story of how their lives were affected in a positive way. So
Well,
it was
you're
so
a,
beautiful.
You're a sweetheart to tell me that, and those kind of stories are close to my heart.
Thank you. It's a wonderful thing to have said. I'm glad you had the opportunity, Kate.
Right. Well,
Thank
you know,
you.
I wanted to get it in, and I'm sure, like, everybody's going to land on their feet. We're going to have lots of girlfriend shows.
All right.
I'm
I
even
hope
going to
so.
get a computer because I have a sense it's probably going to be there.
Okay. All right. Good.
Maybe we'll get the view.
Yeah. Oh,
Produce it
the
ourselves.
Pittsburgh
Have your own
view.
Yes.
Hey, Kate. Thank
right.
you. Bye.
Peace to you all.
Thank you.
Thank
know.
you.
Bye-bye. Aw, what a sweet woman.
Yes.
Here's Allison, South Hills. Hi, Allison.
Hi, I am Minnesotan, and I've lived here for like 9 years, so I'm a Pittsburgher now. But I really didn't feel connected to Pittsburgh until I started listening to you.
Now, why the heck would that be, do you suppose?
Well, I just felt like didn't really know a lot about Pittsburgh, and I really discovered a lot about the city by listening to you. But I got to tell you, my husband moved here a year before I moved here,
Uh-huh.
and he's a music critic at the Post-Gazette.
Oh, and Andrew.
Yeah.
This is
Drucken.
Andrew.
Oh, you would know him. Do you
Yes.
know
Oh,
him? I
my
don't know him.
goodness, Yeah.
Oh, Andy Druckenbrough is my
I'm
husband.
a great fan.
Oh,
good.
that's her husband. Wow.
That's so nice. Well, I'll hope to see. I hope you'll come and introduce yourself to me sometime after a concert or something.
Oh, that would be an honor.
I
That
would love
be-
you to find me.
Oh, I'll tell him. Well, and I'm sure he's not thrilled that I'm talking about him on the radio. But when he moved here in '99, he wrote a review that was not the greatest, and you kind of held him to task.
Oh, I
supposedly.
did? Oh, wow.
Yeah. No. And Andy heard about this and called me up, and I'm still in Minnesota, and he's like, oh, I don't think I'm ever going to get the knack at this. Even this radio host was making fun of me, and I don't think I'm going to ever get this. And I said, don't worry, hang in there. And then a year later, I'm such a talk show, talk radio fanatic. I started listening to you and became such a fan. And one day I'm like getting ready for work, and he hears the radio on and comes stopping in the bathroom and says, "Who are you listening to?" And I said, "Well, this fantastic host named Lynn Cullen." He's like, "This is the woman who helped me the test." But in the last 8 years or 9 years, he has become a fan too. And I called him kind of near tears saying, "Look, Lynn Cullen is going out there." And he and I, told each other. And
well, that's why we have to get her busy again soon.
Yeah, if only to keep your hubby in line.
Well, no, thanks again. I really appreciate it. And you also kept my brain alive as I stayed home with my kids, and it's been great.
Allison, thank you. I will really try to find another place so that we can all keep our brains alive, because I need to keep mine alive too. Thank you. And I haven't jumped on him since. I have not. He's doing a heck of a job.
Yes, he is. It's been fun to watch him grow.
Yeah,
well,
there you go.
Someone to keep him in check, because I can't be the only one to keep him in check.
Well, Joanne will slap him around a little bit if you want. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Allison. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, for heaven's sakes, it's small town.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. That's remarkable.
I have this vague memory of making fun of a critique. I wonder if that's what it was. You know how sometimes critiques of concerts, symphony concerts, they sound so absurd to me. And the nuance of this and the strings and the tonal quality of I don't know. I'm thinking, shut up.
They have their own
little lingo. And I'm
Yes,
thinking,
they do.
I might have been at the concert and, geez, it sure sounded good to me.
Yes.
I would hate to be that.
And our only problem in the classical music field is that we worry about when there's a bad review.
Yeah.
Because we have such problems getting an audience anyway.
And a bad review can really send them.
And a bad review can
really
send
hurt.
it away. So, I feel that if they are creative enough to put in a few of their thoughts, that could be what do you call it when it's helpful?
Constructive.
Constructive criticism.
Yes,
right.
I'm a great fan of constructive criticism, but not much of a fan otherwise. And
Yeah.
I've seen it not here, but other writers, other critics who have written reviews, and the program, I had been to the program, so I knew. And they would say that it was wonderful, and that it was, but they had
they always
had to find
something
negative.
I guess they
something.
think they're not making their they're not doing their job.
And they need to know they are.
That's right. All right. Yeah. Jeez. So here's Jim in Pleasant Hills. Hi, Jim.
Oh, thank you, Lynn, for all the years of communication, and I'm sure you'll be back.
I hope. Thank you.
There are two things I'd like to mention. One on the convention. I'm very disappointed, at least so far, that they haven't mentioned the violations of the Constitution, like the 3% of the Patriot Act, these national security letters, the FISA thing. They aren't taking advantage of what an egregious attack on our Constitution that the Republicans have made.
They don't want to look soft on defense.
Well, how about defense of us?
What?
How about defense of us?
Yeah.
I think they're wrong in not pursuing that in a big way.
Yeah.
Second, when I need a favor, and since you're all smart ladies, maybe you can help me. I call infrequently because I don't know that much about many things. But I called about the Patriot Act when it was hot, and there was a guy you had on as a guest. I can't remember his last name. It was McCarthy or McCartan or something like that. He used to work at the CIA, and he was against our involvement in Iraq. And during your interview with him, he mentioned and he even read it, a very powerful poem that some Englishman had written in regard to the England's involvement in that area. And I was driving and I couldn't write it down.
I'm not going to be able to help you here. I'm coming up empty. I'm looking at Matt. He's looking like he doesn't remember. If anyone remembers, call in. Tell Matt.
The only line was that, you come here and you interfere, and then you have a gravestone, and we'll put on it that you came here and you interfered, and now you're dead. That was a basic idea. I'd love it if anybody could call.
Okay, all right. Jim, if anybody knows.
Again, it's been great listening to you.
Thank you so much. Bye. Bye. Okay. It's the last girlfriend show.
Just for a while.
Just for a while. All right. Usually girlfriend shows are on holidays, but there wasn't a holiday in time. We would have been doing Labor Day.
Right.
Right.
We would. I thought about that.
Well, sorry, girls. You're out of work. I'm out of work. I got one more show tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're doing.
I'll take my tin can down.
Yeah, right.
Downtown.
All right, downtown. Well, if you 412-333-1360, I got Joanne Rogers here and Kit Ayers, my girlfriends, and Joe in Whitehall. Hi.
Hello, Lynn. Hello, girlfriends.
Hello.
Hey, Lynn. I've been listening to your show, calling in for a long time. Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, now I've looked at my choices of what to listen to because I'm on the road. And after you, the second highest rated show is a continuous loop of traffic reports. So I'm going to have to start listening to that. But don't worry.
Books on tape.
Yes.
Don't worry. I'm going to push for you to get a job. If you know how the Fox News is actually going to advertise for you to get a job. Because I'm renting space on the columns behind Obama tonight, and they're going to show them.
Oh, really? We're going to have get a job for Lynn Cullen on those ugly columns. I can't believe they have those columns there. You see where he's giving his speech?
Yes.
Lynn, with your influence, I think you should call the Obama campaign and say, look, use those columns to get back at these guys that are saying, this is mythical. They've put the onus on these columns.
Yes.
Well, he should use those columns to say, one is the economy. One is the war. These are the things we're going to fix. Make the columns useful other than the one we're advertising for you.
Okay.
Good luck, and we'll track you down.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Aw,
what?
So
Do you know there was a truck driver who called on Tuesday, and he said, I drive through Pittsburgh on Tuesdays.
Aw.
And he found my show. And he doesn't agree politically with me. He said, but I really would look forward to hearing you. He said, and sometimes you'd annoy me, so I'd turn over to, one of the other shows. He said, but I always come back to you. Oh. And he was listening and found out I was. And, so that's somebody who doesn't even, they're just passing through, but looking forward to
wonderful.
Tuesday. And he liked, my sister was always on Tuesdays. He loved listening to Susan.
So did I.
Isn't that odd, though? Yeah. These connections that get made, you don't even know they're there. It's that classic thing, you don't know what you got till you lose it. Yeah. It's true. Yeah. It is so true.
Is this the longest time that you've been on a radio program?
The other one was 10 years.
Yes. Yeah.
I do 10-year spots. I don't know if it was 10 years. I don't know. I came here in January of 81.
Okay.
And I think I started radio in like 85 or 6. Yeah, it'd have to be 10, 10, maybe even more than 10 for other place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Time flies, when you're living your life. There it is. It's just gone. Here's Diane. Hi, Diane. Whoops.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
How in the world am I ever going to get all my chores done when I can't listen to you?
Oh, people have said that. How am I supposed to get my work done in the morning? I don't know. I'm sorry.
You run errands with me. You clean my house with me. And I just don't know what I'm going to do.
I know. What are we going to do?
I don't know. I'm just an occasional caller. I usually called you on education issues, but I listen all the time faithfully, and I'm going to send you a link on your email so I can find out where you're going to end up, because I love your show. I love your perspective. I love the girlfriend shows. They just floor me all the time, and I've never had a fish in my bathing suit, but I'm going to try.
Ah, jeez. That is the most disgusting story. And what did you do with that fish? So it fell onto the bathroom floor.
Yeah, well, I was so
Freaked.
I mean, I was totally freaked. I just started screaming for Jack. And he came in and got the fish.
And what did he do with that poor fish? That fish is dead, isn't it?
He put it on a paper towel on the bathroom counter and made me look at it.
No, he didn't. He was probably jealous. That fish was where he wanted to be. He said to that fish, wait a minute, that's my territory. Diane, thank you.
I want you to just keep plugging away. We'll find you somewhere. You always seem to land on your feet. And I just want to follow and see how Sam does. And I feel like I'm part of the family, even though we've never met.
I understand.
You are.
You are. We're all family. Thank you, Diane.
Well, thank you, and best of luck to you, Lynn.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, and good luck with getting your job and your chores done. I forgot what I was going to say. Dang it.
It's wonderful.
What's wonderful? Losing your job?
Losing your mind. Forgetting what you're going to
Losing
say.
your mind, losing your job, losing... I don't know. But, yeah, I have always landed on my feet. That is true. But, you know, there's a point at which maybe you don't. I don't know. No. I've been landing on my feet.
You're going to land.
Yeah, everything that's ever happened is always, you know, everything's been fine. Everything works out. So I do tend to think that it will. But
yeah, there's always that better door that opens.
Oh, you know,
That's
if
what
one
I
more
was
person
thinking
says that,
about.
listen, if one more person says
But
that,
it's
I'm going to
true.
punch him in the nose.
Okay, do it. Take it right there.
Well, God might have shut the window, but he won't shut the door, but he always opens the window.
It wasn't God that did it. I don't know.
It wasn't, no. God did it. Absolutely not. He opens the door, he closes the window. He closes the windows, he opens the doors. I don't know. Doors, windows. All I need is a job. Yeah. He's a very busy guy. We got more callers here if you want to listen. Mary in Forest Hills, hi.
Hi, Lynn. It's Mary. I just wanted to tell you that last night when I was watching the convention, I thought to myself, how am I going to get through this election without Lynn?
Yeah.
It's just a natural thing to listen to you and to listen to your perspective
You're
on
right.
everybody's
You're
speech,
absolutely
and
right.
You pick up details that I've missed, or I pick up something that you've missed, and
Right.
I just can't imagine getting through
I
this
know. Well, I
without
feel
you.
I feel the same way. Well, how the heck are we going to do this?
I don't know. Just land. I know you're going to land with on your feet, and I just look forward to wherever and whatever that is and keeping up with you.
Well, you email me.
So much over the years, Lynn. You've really made. I mean, I used to be a house painter, and I couldn't pick up a brush before I turned the radio on.
Thank you, Mary. Listen, everybody, make sure you email me at cullenshow@yahoo and tell me your email so that I can let you know where I am. Okay.
Good. I'll do that.
Thank you. Great.
Thank you, Lynn.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Cullenshow@yahoo. That's the way to stay in touch. Robert, hi.
My dear radio friend,
Yeah.
I need a new co-pilot.
Yeah.
What you know, I'm listening and I keep waiting for you to say, for those of you tuning in late, here's the story, but, you know, you can figure things out. But I absolutely love you. I'm going to miss you so much, and you will get my email address for sure.
Good.
And I loved the Girlfriend show, and I certainly love Susan as well. And so what happens next? Do you have a clue?
No.
Oh, my God, it's like you're a baseball manager here Thursday, Friday, you're gone.
Yeah, we were saying it's that kind of business. That's right.
I'm going to call you Lou Pinella or somebody.
Yeah. Well, see, but unlike a baseball manager, I'm staying here, so I got to find my gig here, and I do want to be on the radio. So we'll see.
You know this. You have the wisdom for this. In X period of time, you're going to look back and say, one of the best things that ever happened to me.
Yeah, right.
How about that?
Yeah, right. That's like closing windows, opening doors, and all that kind of
And
stuff.
landing on your feet.
but-
And blah, blah, blah.
Honestly, you have tenacity and drive, and I know you will land on your feet.
Okay, thank you.
And you have thousands who love you who are just anxiously awaiting to hear what comes next.
Okay. Thank you, Robert.
Amen.
Bye,
Right.
sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
You know,
Bye-bye.
If you had this at a different hour,
Yeah.
we could develop a drinking game where every time somebody said landing on your feet,
Well, what the
I could
heck?
take a shot.
Listen, I got nothing to do. I can start drinking now. Gordon, I can give you 30 seconds.
Okay. I just wanted to say that you've been my partner in the car for years, And I finally have discovered an upside to your leaving, and that is that I can now listen to WQED without any guilt.
There you go. All right.
That's great.
Thank you, Gordon. Thanks.
welcome.
Bye. It's been great traveling with you. And I'm pretty much out of time. You guys, thank you so. Thank you so much for
Well, thank you.
for coming by. This was Kit's idea. The minute she heard I lost my job, she of course thought, well, wait a minute. Yeah, it's about me. You mean I'm not going to be able to get on the radio anymore? That's exactly what Susan thought too. Jeez. And Joanne, you've come to love being on the radio.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love being with you.
Well, I love being with you, but we'll figure this out.
We will.
You know, Joanne, it occurs to me that you might have some pull in this town.
I might.
Maybe
Tell me what you want.
We'll talk about that off the air.
Right,
I'm going to send you over to a few places you can scare the bejeebers out of them, okay?
You can threaten to snort.
Yeah.
I will.
That's right. Well, listen, thank you, Kit, Joanne,
you,
and to
Lynn.
Sally, who left a little bit earlier. And tomorrow's the last show, guys. Oh, my God, what are we going to do? Hey, tonight, watch this. This is a historic day, an extraordinary day.
It is.
Barack Obama, God bless him, God keep him, and God make sure he gets the job he wants. It's more important than me. Bye.